Welcome back to my channel, China Hand, where I, from a spiritual point of view, discuss China. I want to make a correction. As I was about to upload this video and I was listening to it over, I made a mistake with regards to the Five Eyes. I repeated Great Britain, I think, twice. The Five Eyes are Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, and the United States. So forgive me as I was and am teleprompter free. Also, I wanted to add on a point that I was thinking about recently with these so-called zero COVID policy lockdowns and what I heard in the alleged leaked online audio tape about the war plans for a possible attack on Taiwan. It appears that these lockdowns in and around China, specifically Shanghai, which is the financial capital of China, and Beijing obviously is the political seat and the capital of the country. It it appears that these lockdowns or zero COVID policy quarantines really have nothing to do with the spreading of the virus. It appears that they are, when I say they, you know who I mean, the regime is somehow psychologically and so sociologically, I guess you could say, preparing the country or putting the country on a war footing. In other words, they are making the people in China used to not having food, being caged in to their living quarters for long periods of time, and not having ample information about what's going on other than to comply for the good of the collective. Now, China is a collective society. It is not an individualistic society. That's why I refer to them as lemmings, because monkey see, monkey do. They'll follow without really asking questions until they are half starved or been locked into their quarters for 2 or 3 months. Then they'll begin to get suspicious. So I think that those lockdowns and these rolling lockdowns, that's what it looks like. They're rolling lockdowns, like rolling blackouts. They they're hard lockdowns and they're soft lockdowns. They're preparing the country, they're preparing these people for possible war footing, where you could equate what's going on in China with these lockdowns with martial law. It looks like some form of martial law. So I just wanted to make that point, that this is probably in preparation for a possible invasion. Now, I don't know if they're going to attack in October or at the end of the year. I don't know. It's possible. Anything is possible. But I believe the more I look and listen to what's going on over there, I believe that they're preparing, it has nothing to do with the virus. They're preparing the population for something. And I don't believe that they're doing it in vain. I believe that there's a method to their madness. Now, it may look like it's it's chaotic and it's helter skelter, and it's just thought of as they go along. But I don't think so. Based on listening to what I've listened to in that alleged leaked audio tape about what they are planning to do, I believe that that's just one part of the plan. And it looks, they want to make it look like it's done under the cover of zero COVID policies. But in other words, but on the other hand, it is just preparing the population to be more controllable in during a possible attack on Taiwan, because they were talking about how they are concerned about mass rioting. And I'm pretty sure that if something like a war takes place and they implement martial law, if people step out of their house without permission, they will probably be shot dead on the spot. And I believe that this is a major concern, because while they're trying to conduct military operations to invade Taiwan, they are concerned about mass rioting, probably regime change from within. They have a lot of concerns about that, because countries like China, they have to force their population to comply. They don't willingly do things once they realize that they have been deceived. Now, it may take a while for them to fully come to that realization, but I think those people in Shanghai, they've come to that realization, at least most of them. And those in Beijing are slowly coming to that realization as well. So, their concern, other than Taiwan, is a possible mass uprisings during that time. And you have to also take into consideration that those people in certain levels of military power are there not primarily because they are loyal to the regime. They are there because they benefit from whatever they get from the regime. And once they realize that those benefits no longer apply to them, they will no longer be loyal. And that's one of the problems with these kind of regimes. They are always suspicious of everybody because they know that they have to give to get compliance. If they are no longer in a position to give, then those people that are in those positions are most likely to rebel and try to snatch power for themselves. And that's basically the history of China. Dynasty throughout dynasty throughout dynasty throughout dynasty. Well, that's basically what I wanted to add on to the initial topic of Taiwan. My apologies. Again, the Five Eyes are Australia, Great Britain, New Zealand, Canada, and the United States. And the Five Eyes are basically, it's an intelligence alliance between these countries to share intelligence, vital intelligence with each other for the mutual benefit of those countries. Hope you like this content. Please like and subscribe. share the content amongst yourself, especially if you're Christians that are looking for a YouTube channel that talks about, that analyzes China from a spiritual point of view, from the lens of the Bible. Thanks for listening, and please leave a comment or a question that you may have in regards to content that you would like to hear on this channel. Thanks, and until next time, this is the China Hand.